Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to sow sweet pea seeds. There are many techniques out there on how to sow sweet peas. I'm going to show you exactly how I sow them and how to guarantee germination. A lot of beginner gardeners don't realize that there are two types of sweet pea seeds you can buy. One is an annual and one is a perennial. The difference between the two is the annual, this one here, will grow in the summer season and die back. The perennial will grow in the summer season, die back, and then regrow again for you every year. Both of these have their own advantages and disadvantages. The annual flowering sweet pea will give you the fragrance, and if that's what you're looking for, then you need to grow the annual. The perennial, on the other hand, it will give you flowers every year, but it's not going to give you the fragrance. So depending on what you're looking for in your sweet peas, just remember that you're buying the correct one. By the way, the other advantage of buying annual sweet peas is that they will produce seed for you. So I grow annual every year, but I collect the seeds as well. So you can see in here that these are all the seeds that are collected from last year's plant. And these are the seeds I'm going to be using this year. Let me put the seeds in here for you so you can see. They're nice, healthy seeds. By the way guys, I said I've collected these seeds. I've also have a video which I made on how I collected these seeds. I'll leave it in the description for you guys. Please do watch that. It will definitely help you this year collect your own seeds so you don't have to keep buying packets. Before we continue guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. Let's go. Just quickly on the seeds, you may have seen in other videos or heard on other videos that you should put these in water overnight or nick them, which basically means cutting a little bit of the seed so it helps it germinate. Now I've never done any of that and they grow absolutely fine, so I wouldn't recommend or suggest putting them in water overnight, nicking them. Leave them as they are, because in nature when they do go to seed they just drop to the ground and they'll germinate. Now just quickly, there are different methods that people use to sow sweet pea seeds. Sweet peas, they have long roots. I've used these in the past and I still use them. I wouldn't, they're not essential. They're good because you can grow a lot in one go. I've also seen people recommend and do grow sweet pea seeds in toilet rolls. I wouldn't recommend this, and the reason being is when you water them over the next couple of weeks while they're germinating, these will go soggy. Now when it comes to transplanting these into the ground, it's going to be so difficult for you to pick these up, these cardboard, because they'll be really soft and there's a high chance that you'll just tear these. It will affect the root system and it will affect the plant, which may even kill it. So I wouldn't recommend using toilet rolls. What I do recommend is just using your standard old-fashioned plastic pot. With that being said, let's go ahead and sow these now. The first thing to do is just make sure you've got yourself a decent sized pot. Something like this will do. The next thing to do is go ahead and fill your pots up with fresh compost. Now they will need fresh compost guys. Don't be tempted to use compost that you may have had over winter. If you can, buy some fresh bag of compost. It will really help the germination process. Go ahead and fill up all your pots. Once you've filled up your pots with fresh compost, the next thing to do is just press it down and firm in the compost. What this will do is it will create a nice firm base for the seed to sit on, and when you water it, it's not going to absorb all the compost and shrink it. If that happens, then you're not getting true depth for your seed. So make sure you firm it in and you have about 1 centimeter from the top. Once you've done that, your pots now should look something like this. So you can see that the compost has been firmed in nicely. We've got nice depth there, about 1 centimeter. The next thing to do is to position our seeds in. So for this, I'm going to be using the seeds that I collected last year. What I would recommend here is when you're choosing your seeds, make sure to choose the biggest seeds that you have available. That will give you almost a guarantee that the plant will grow nice and healthy. Let me set a quick example for you. So I've just gone through my seeds and you can see that there's one here which is tiny, this one here. That it's seeds like this that you don't want to use. On the other hand, however, I've selected 4 seeds which you can see they're nice and round, big, and they're even starting to germinate, which is giving me extra confidence that these will be growing nicely. So just get rid of the small one, you don't need that, and let's go ahead and sow these in now. The sowing process is easy, so just take the seeds that you have, and what I'd like to do is sow 4 seeds per pot here, and I'll explain to you why in a second. So all you want to do is get your seed, just position them at each corner, so you're almost creating a square, so to speak. I'll show you now what I've done. So you can see here I've just positioned each seed 1, 2, 3, 4. That's perfect. Now the reason why I've put 4 here is because just in case one of them doesn't germinate, I still have another 3 plants. So if I get this one here, which I sowed a couple of weeks ago using exactly the same method, I had 4 seeds in here, but only 3 have germinated, which is still good enough for me. 3 is perfect. By the way guys, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out the other content that I have on there for you guys. And of course, don't forget to smash that like button. Okay, now that the seeds are positioned in, let's go ahead and cover them with compost. So to cover them, just get the compost in your hand and just position it on top of the seeds like so. You don't need too much. Okay, once it's in the pot, just firm it down gently. Firm them in like that. Once you've firmed in the compost, you need to leave at least about a centimetre from the top here. Reason being is because when you water it, you don't want the water to spill over. You want the water to go in down to the root system and to make sure that the compost is actually moist. So it's essential that you don't cover it right to the top. Leave about a centimetre there, and that's perfect. Now that the seeds have been positioned in and your pots have been prepared, all you need to do is to label it. Now that your pot has been prepared and you've sown your sweet pea seeds correctly, take this inside. They won't germinate in the garden this time of year, so take them inside. In about 14 days time, you will start seeing the seeds germinate, and within about 3 weeks they will look something like this, guys. When they get to this stage, there is another technique called pinching the shoots that you need to do. I'm going to make another video on that once this germinates, so please subscribe so you don't miss that video. There you have it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and share this video with your friends and family. Hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.